Everyone is excited about Veo 3. Considering the lifelike videos that the Google AI video generator used to stun most of the world upon its release, we can't blame you guys for being giddy with excitement while you wait to use the AI tool. After all, we know that many of us are dreaming of bringing our amazing story to life. With a tool such as Veo 3, there is every chance that this AI tool is just the one to bring your dreams to life. Well, that is until you come across that $250 paywall. As if that isn't bad enough, the Google AI video generator isn't available to people outside of the US. Quite the bummer, right? Well, rather than kicking rocks as you stroll along in dismay, why don't you look at how to make use of the ultra-realistic videos and the seamless lip-sync features that come with the app? Simply put, the limitations put on Veo 3 is one that keeps a ton of people from bringing their dreams to life. For example, their Gemini Pro plan may cost you about $300 for 15 months. And if that isn't a hindrance to some, there is also the fact that you cannot make use of this feature if you are outside the United States of America, the UK, Brazil, and Indonesia. Indeed, if you are of a certain age and out of the stats, you are locked out of the website. With that, we can see how many of us feel like we have our hands tied when it comes to making use of such an amazing tool. Luckily, we have come up with a way to work around this huge problem. The first step that we must overcome as we attempt to use this tool is to tackle the location problem. For those who live in the US, your location will not be a problem. For some of us that are outside the US and some of the other places mentioned earlier on, we're going to have to solve the location debacle. To get past the Google servers that are put in place to block out people who do not live in the US, the best thing for you is to download a VPN. After testing out some of the free VPNs available to us in the Google Store, we saw that Urban VPN was one of the best ones. Once you download the VPN into your Chrome extension, you can just jump onto one of the countries you want to use as your IP address location. In this situation, selecting the US would be the best option. Following the selection, you can refresh the page so that you can gain access to Google AI Pro. However, we must state that this may not be the best VPN option for everyone. For one reason or another, you may encounter blocks that either give you access until you hit the paywall or still keep you blocked out completely. As such, we found out that there is an alternative in this brand called VPN. It does appear to be free, but the free version seems to come with its limitations. As such, you may find that you may have to subscribe to get the best out of this VPN. Luckily, it only costs about $1.99 per month, but this is money well spent because this VPN is certain to crack our location issue. Once this is downloaded, select your US location when you open the VPN in the Extension tab. Once we are done solving the IP address and the location issue, we have to move on to tackle the next issue, the issue of being a student. As such, you will find that once you solve the VPN problem, you are pretty much good to go if you have a .edu student account. All you have to do is supply it, and you are ready to make use of this AI tool. However, if you do not have one, well, things get tricky. To overcome this problem, the first thing that you will need to do is to hop on this site called Temp Mail. This is the site that would let you create the temporary .edu email that you will need to get to work for free. Just make sure that you leave your VPN on as you pick a username for the account. Once this temporary account is created, copy it and paste it onto the Google verification page and hit verify. As soon as you do this, you will receive a code in the temporary mailbox. Now, if the mail doesn't turn up, just wait for a few minutes or make sure that your VPN connection is still running. After trying this method, some people have complained that it doesn't seem to work. However, we have come to realize that if these directions are followed, you are guaranteed to get the results you desire. With that in mind, the next thing that we will need to overcome is the payment method. Sure, this is supposed to be a free trial, but you know how these things work. The good thing about this is that you won't have to pay for this until 2026, and you can always remove your payment method long before it is time for next year. For those that do not have a virtual card, you can sign on to platforms such as Revolut so that you can get your hands on their virtual cards within minutes of applying for it. Once you have overcome the payment issue, you will find that you have to make use of a zip code that exists within the US. So again, those living within the US do not have any problem with this, as they could easily get their hands on their zip code. However, those of us that live outside the US borders will enter the zip code based on the location of their VPN. So if your VPN is located in California, then you'd need a California zip code. Once this is done, click on Safeguard, click on Start Trial, and boom, you have initiated your 15-month free trial for Google Pro AI that comes with VO3. Click on subscribe to get your congratulations and so that you can get on Google's Flow interface. This is important because this is where you are going to find VO3. Don't waste any time to test the amazing features of this AI text-to-video generator. For example, you can test out prompts such as lion in neon-lit Tokyo at night. Pretty amazing, right? Google came up with this in less than 2 minutes. Let's try Spider-Man swing through neon-lit Tokyo at night as well. Isn't that fascinating? Look how realistic it is. What we are trying to say is that feel free to get to work. That said, we must advise you to show some restraint because you only get 1,000 credits. That gives you the ability to make about 10 VO3 videos every month. As such, you can see that you will have to maximize your credits if you are going to make a substantial project. With that in mind, we have a few tricks up our sleeve so that we can make the most of the credits we have at our disposal. The first thing that we will tell you to do is to head to Flow. You can do that by searching for it on Google. Once there, get to work by clicking on New Project. The next thing to do is click on the text-to-video option. Type the prompt to create what you have in your mind before selecting the highest quality option with audio for VO3's full power. This will make use of about 100 credits, but hey, your work is finally alive. Try as much as you can before your credits run out. 10 clips per month may not seem like much right now, but believe us when we say that it is one heck of a start. With such a tool at your disposal, you can actually make your dreams come true. You can actually bring your visions to reality. Do not hesitate to try this out. You could literally be working with the tools of the future.